What was so special about Nowhere here is that maybe also because of my history of Nowheres, it felt particularly communitarian. So when I started to make Nowhere, it was more like a solipsistic experience that I conceived, like what happened if I really I am open, but at the same time I'm isolated in myself. And here, it was I really loved is that, and I started to I related a lot to the people who were in the space, particularly or maybe only the people who really came many times. So not like the tourists that come for 5 minutes or for 1 hour, but the people that really came different times or stay long. So and I don't know if it has to do. This I cannot judge, and I don't want to judge with a particular human quality of Lisboa. I suppose a little bit yes. Of course, every town makes its own Nowhere when you make Nowhere in different environments. So I do think that it has to do with the soul of this town and of the people that are born or live here. So they kind of sensitively oblige me to relate more and more with them, or I felt invited by their way of being in the space. So what I did, I still didn't talk to them and so, but I would start to play for them, to really relate to them. This was something that I accepted and I understood. Actually, it made me understand that Nowhere is actually about that. It's about creating a community, and that the people who are in the space, they are making the space as much as you are doing it. They are making it for their own at least. And so when I finished, I had the very strong temptation of going to some of these persons and give them a part of my fee. Because I was like, okay, well, I did it for you, but you did it for me, and so, and this was very, very important for me. I just saw an interview with Helmut Lachenmann, the most important German contemporary composer, who said that contemporary music is dead, and the manager of the main contemporary music ensemble in Europe, which is the Klangforum in Vienna, is leaving, and he just gave an interview where he said contemporary music is dead, is finished, which I do not believe if I think that Lady Gaga is contemporary music. So I do think that we are facing a moment where all these kind of labels are finally shaking. And so for me, the most challenging contemporary experience that I had this year was to make a research in the collaboration with Tim Etchers for the show for the performance that we had at Volksbühne, and to search for the oldest music ever written that we know of, which is a Syrian song that has been transcribed in quite good ways, and I tried to play this on the modern piano. This was the most contemporary thing that I did. The most contemporary thing we could do with music would be to avoid Europe to become a fascist dictatorship. But we're already too late, so we're just lost, and we can just pack and do something else.